Just first off, what made you decide to want to join the Saints?
I think just everything that the organization has done, has continued to do. They're a winning team, winning organization, great coach, great players. It's going to be so much fun to play with a lot of those guys in that offense. I'm just looking forward to contributing and just want to continue, being a successful player that helps the team out.
And I guess you kind of touched on it, but what I guess sort of went into your decision, when you were looking at this franchise, what information did you gather and what kind of like really sold you?
Trying not to repeat what I just said, but
Yeah.
But yeah, just the success that speaking about the offense. I mean, obviously it's a great team, but I'll be on offense. So so many great players, such great history and pedigree. Coach Payton, has been so successful. So much creativity has come out of his system, and just seeing what they've been able to do and seeing how I could fit into that is exciting. To have an opportunity to play on such a successful team.
And you mentioned the offense. Obviously, that offensive line has been one of the better performing ones in the NFL the last few seasons. What did you know about them coming in, I guess, other than just that?
Yeah, I mean, having watched them on film plenty at this point, you just see how well they played. So much talent individually, but also as a unit, you can see on the film that their communication is excellent, and that's so important as an offensive lineman. So obviously, from a coaching standpoint, that's instilled in those guys, and those guys go out on Sundays and they put it together. So it's fun to see on film. It's fun to watch them. They're one of the groups in the NFL that's fun to watch. So I'm excited to be a part of that, and hopefully help out where I can and gel with those guys.
And had the coaching staff or the front office, had they discussed sort of the role or where they see you fitting in? Because I know you've kind of lined up at a lot of different spots throughout your career.
Yeah, we've talked about tackle mostly for sure. That's most of what I've played. I've had starts a lot of places for sure, but most of the time has been spent at tackle. So we talked about that, and we talked about I talked to Coach Roshar yesterday, I guess, and just talked about my versatility and how that's so helpful to an offense to be able to have a guy that's played at multiple spots. And so whatever they need, that's what I'm gonna be. Whatever my role is from week to week, I'm gonna embrace it and give it everything I got. I just love playing, want a chance to play, and they gave me that.
Yeah, James, apologies if you've already answered this, but you played a lot of football, started a lot of football. How much do you feel like that leadership element you can bring to the Saints on a team that's already a pretty veteran team?
Yeah, it's definitely a veteran team, which is different. Last year the Ravens were a really young team, so it'll be a big difference this year. But I'm excited about that, having some experience and just being able to help where I can. I just want to bring what I've learned and give that to the team and hopefully learn things in return. I'm excited about that. I think anytime you get two experienced groups that come together, they can learn a lot from each other, and at the end of the day, it's going to make your team better. So it's a really cool aspect, I guess, of me being on that team.
Amy, I don't think we can hear you.
Hey, James, what can you learn from your experience in Baltimore the last couple of years, where you guys really developed as a unit into one of the strongest run blocking and rushing units in the NFL? Obviously, like last year, spoke for itself.
Yeah, like I mentioned earlier, communication is so important, and having a group of guys that really gel and that like working together, that like playing next to each other, that's really important. We definitely had that in Baltimore, and from what I've seen and what I've heard about the O-line group in New Orleans, it's a lot of the same thing. You know, watching them on film, they're a successful group. They have so much talent, and you know, I think that scheme always helps. You know, scheme helps anywhere you go. If you got the right play called, it's going to make everybody on the field look good. So it's just a combination of all those things, and I think New Orleans has that, and it's such a great opportunity to be able to go from, you know, one good unit to another. So I'm excited to help and join that group.
Sure, you talked about the culture and the team and things like that. Was there anyone that you talked to prior to your decision to join the Saints, whether it was Mark Ingram or a coach or a player who's currently on this team, for advice about the organization?
So I've actually talked to, I don't know, probably 6, 7, 8 different guys that have formerly played there, and people that have been in the city around the culture, the football culture that's in New Orleans. And, you know, everything that I heard was so positive. There was never a statement but this. You know, it was always great. So I'm just excited to go to a new city, a city that loves football, and a city that's had some success in football, to join that culture and to just, you know, get into it and see what it's like.
Well, that was going to be kind of my question was, do you have any connections, or have you visited New Orleans before?
Visited just to play. I've played there 3 times maybe. Really excited about being on the home sideline. It's not a ton of fun on the visiting sideline. But yeah, visited there just in those times, so not really visited the city as much. But yeah, I'm excited. You know, everyone says such great things about it. I'm a foodie, so obviously everyone knows the food in New Orleans is great. So yeah, I'm excited to get there and just experience it all.
So James, obviously you're a competitor. Everybody wants to play. Everybody wants to start. But how much did it factor in joining a winning organization also?
That was a huge factor in my decision. You know, we had a great season last year in Baltimore, and once you taste that, it's hard to go anywhere else. Was really glad that, you know, the Saints were interested. Honestly, you know, just watching them on film and seeing the success that they've had, it's easy to see what they can do and how good they are and how good they can be. So that was a huge factor in deciding just to go somewhere to a great football team and to help them out wherever I'm called to.
Anybody have anything else for James?
I guess my last question would just be, obviously the off season isn't going to be, the traditional one without OTAs and mini camps, and training camp might even look a little different. Do you think that's going to be a hindrance, or are you expecting any problems? Maybe catching up to speed on the offense and anything like that?
No, I feel really good about it, honestly. You know, allows you to kind of create your own schedule and focus on, you know, what you need. And having played 6 years, I feel like I've got a good idea of what an ideal offseason looks like, about, you know, when to work, how to work, where to work. And, you know, obviously you're not in the meeting rooms with the coaches, so that's, you know, that kind of hurts, but that's just, you know, the times we're in, I guess, today. But yeah, they've already set me up with the playbook and make sure that I know how to, you know, find the film, find all the files I need to find. And so I'm able to do that and study that on my own. And obviously I can talk to them and call them and text them about any questions I have. But yeah, I'm excited about it. I think I'm looking forward to being able to come in training camp ready to go with the offense, you know, under my belt as much as it can be without actually playing a snap. So I'm excited about it. And, you know, I feel like we've definitely got the resources that you need to be able to be fully caught up.
And are you, I guess, a little bit more motivated to show what you can do? I know obviously you're going to have to miss the first few games because of the suspension.
Yeah, definitely. You know, I feel like I'm a very internally motivated person. For the most part, it doesn't take anyone, you know, saying something to me or something I see or, you know, read or anything to motivate me. I just want to accomplish my goals, and I want to be a great teammate. Those are the two things that I strive to do, and I'm going to work as hard as I can to do them every single day. And I'll just be excited, when it's past me and we can go back out and play some ball on Sundays.